Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And today we've got a free-for-all played in the European WCS Winter bracket. And it's going to be a lot of players that you know here on High Throughput Sequencer. Alright, real quick, before the action happens soon. The red Terran player, Rainer. Oh, Rainer's playing Terran in the top left-hand corner. He normally plays Zerg, the teal Terran player, Hero Marine. He's playing his main. In the bottom right, we have the purple Protoss player. It is Petit Drogo. He's playing Protoss. The pink Zerg player, Lambo, also a Zerg main. And the blue Zerg player, Elaser. So the only person off racing here today is Rainer. Rainer, what is going on, man? How good is your Terran? You definitely are an incredible Zerg player. You've beaten Cyril in a best of series, which means your ZvZ is pretty fantastic. And I don't know, I guess maybe, what is it? What are we doing here? We have one Protoss. I was going to say maybe to give us more variety, as there are a couple Zergs over here, but I don't know, 2 Terrans, 3 Zergs, and a Protoss seems like a pretty good mix to me, and I don't think there's anybody else I'm missing. These little gray boxes make me think there are gray command centers here, but no, there are definitely not. And this map is so big, it's going to be hard to see everything that's going on it, but very, very excited to bring this to you. I wasn't aware this was played. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. I didn't see anybody post it on their channels yet. So, hey, let's get this up on the Falcon Paladin channel. Get this thing rocking and rolling. And it should be fun. I love free-for-alls. They're just some of my favorite things in all of StarCraft. The insanity is just insane. We have drones and SCVs and probes all running across the map and fighting each other, which is hilarious. A laser throws up a 10. I'm not sure what that's all about. SCV Scout, a Reaper on the way from Rainer, because why not? And Reaper also coming in from Hero Marine, but he's not here yet. What is this? Are we... The May sprays are going down. Are we going after Hero Marine with workers? This doesn't make any sense at all. He's going to have a Reaper now. He's going to shut this all down. This is weird. As far as I know, this is a free-for-all. I don't think there's any alliances going on here, but it does kind of seem like a couple players all work together to bring a worker down to Hero Marine's base and mess him up a little bit. Not that it did anything, mind you. There's these little May sprays. From Overwatch. I have not played any Overwatch at all, but I know some of the characters at the very least. I know that May is a voice in StarCraft. I know that much. Alright, man. So down here we've got Reapers doing stuff. Who's this? This is Cyril's. Oh, hold on. Wait, what? Is there a Cyril? Where the crap is a Cyril? Oh, he's down here! I knew there was a gray command center I didn't see on the map. Oh, I'm so blind. Alright, so Cyril's Terran. So Cyril and Rainer both off race, which is just bonkers. Kind of amazing. Don't kill Hero Marine. Don't kill him early. It's not fun when somebody dies in the first 3 minutes of a free-for-all. I mean, it's kind of fun. But, God, 2 Reapers versus 1 Reaper is never, never good. Marines come out. Okay, Marines are extra DPS. That's going to help immensely. So, poor Hero Marines just been under a lot of duress here for the time being. Have I ever seen Cyril play Terran? I know Cyril has played Terran because he played in a Finnish tournament against his own countrymen where he did play Terran and beat them all anyway. But what other Finnish players are there? Like, what was his competition? I don't think there was any necessarily. But yeah, Marines here, actually not too bad, in decent numbers against Reapers. I don't know what this ping on the right side is for. I don't see any drops coming over here or any spines or anything else. Rainer's like, what is that? I guess. I mean, it's a third base here from a laser. A laser and Lambo have been left alone pretty much the whole time, which is not good for anybody else. Zerg players that are left alone for the first 5 minutes can really start to snowball into huge armies, huge economies, and really make stuff happen, which problematic for everybody else if they get going here. Are those speedlings? Those are speedlings. This Reaper needs to get out. It is Cyril's Reaper. It's going to scout the third base that a laser has here, which is great for him. Ling harassment up here at Hero Marine's base, but he's got a wall. He's got Cyclones and he's got Marines. That should be enough to hold defensively for most things here. This Reaper of Cyril's just hanging out, running around. Double Reaper hopping up into losing one of the Reapers. Nice positioning by Hero Marine. Fantastic job. His TBT is pretty great. And is this an islet expand? This is an islet expand that, yes, Petit Drogo has warp prismed over to take. And I honestly want the Protoss to survive a while. I don't want this to turn into a giant ZvT fest. So the longer Petit Drogo survives, the better it is for me, I think. And probably the better for the viewership at large. Void Rays is what he is producing, because why not? It's a free-for-all. Pretty much anything goes. It's really hard to prepare for a lot of different things. You just do one thing and hope it works. Who came back here? Oh, Raynor. Raynor has a Liberator back here, but he hasn't expanded to this island. We have 4 islands, each of the corners of the map here, but only one's been taken so far. Liberator, Raynor could probably set up in here just fine. Although, that is, that's a Raven. That's a Raven. There's a Cyclone here, too. I don't know if the Liberator's going to be able to do too much, actually. Forgot about the Cyclone. It really shuts down that harass pretty effectively from distance. Warp Prism of Steve. What is in that? Oh, it's a pro. He was just trying to get up here and expand to this island. I'm kind of liking this. I am really kind of liking this a lot. Drogo took a base in the top right. Petit Drogo says, what? Raynor says, what? Lambo says, what? Island, says Cyril. It's an island in the sun, perhaps. What's he going for? Just Marine Tank, fine. Marine Tank is just wonderful. Raven in there, too. Man, this gray... How can you choose gray on this map? Cyril, it's not fair. It's not fair doing that here. Lambo is throwing down a 4th base way over here. It's a bit of a ninja on this ginormous map. Oh, a drop. Raider's going to try to shut down Petit Drogo's base over here. I'm going to do it just fine. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean... Sure, Hellions. It's Hellions. Does he have the ability to transform these guys? He does not. That is grayed out. Okay, buddy. You leave my base alone. Bunch of Zerglings out. Have fun with these Hellions. The Hellions are going to try to kill the Nexus. Well, going for the pylon first, just so nothing can warp in here, because warping in a couple Stalkers would be amazing. Come back in 5 minutes. When there are workers there. Totally fair enough. Alright, so sensor towers are up. Oop, okay, Raynor's taking the top left expansion for himself. And other than some early harassment, everybody's pretty much just hanging out. Droning up, SCVing up, probing up, Lurker Den here for a Lambo. What other attack? That is a hive. That is a hive from the laser at 7 minutes. He's going Pathogen Glands, Burrow. He's going for Burrow Infestor hit squads, which is just a ton of fun. Bit of an attempted drop by Raynor, but again, Raven, Cyclone, pretty good at shutting down all attempts at harassment, honestly. Honestly, it is. Creep spread. A lot of pink and blue creep just kind of living together here. Are Laser and Lambo working together? Is that what this is? Because they have not bothered each other one bit. Maybe they have an unofficial alliance that we don't know that it's happening. Oh, okay. He just did kill a tumor of lasers. They haven't attacked each other, but they're not allied. Alright, so here Marine shutting down Cyril's attempted a base here, and one Liberator not going to stop this. Thank you. Mule's going down, SCV's going down, base in a lot of trouble. Counterattack by Raynor says, hey, you're going to kill my base? I will show up at your front door, brah, 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 murder all of your things here. Who scanned me? Drogo says, great question, I don't know, but this seems to be the only attack that's happening right now. Oh, Interference Matrix on these tanks. That's some pretty good stuff, but it does wear off eventually, and there it is, but another one comes down just in time. Hero Marine, his timings are fantastic, but Cyril's been left entirely alone, I want to say. He's on 3 bases. Which is just insane right now. If you look at income for a second, I mean, the most workers definitely are going to a laser with 83 workers. Lambo has 81. All right, but Petit Drogo has 84 too. Lambo has every base. Yeah, Lambo's been expanding a whole ton. He's got 5 bases right now. He's got a Ling Hydra army. He's going for upgrades for them, obviously. Infester's on the way from a laser, as well as double Spire. So he could be going for Broodlords here. And actually taking the middle base too. Lambo, that's a base I did not see. That's his 6th base right in the middle. It's gold, but it's got high ground on 4 sides, 3 sides, which is just, it's a harassment city, man. Here Marine has a base in the top left. Help, says Raider. Oh, Petit Drogo is not impressed by this information at all. Oh, snap. Lambo is throwing up a Nidus at his own base. He's using it like a Nidus canal in Brood War. He just wants to be able to make units come over here faster if he needs to. His bases are fairly spread apart. So that makes sense. That's cool. So Nidus comes up. Everybody's like, where's the Nidus? Well, there's not one. It's cool. Everything's fine. All right. Tank set up. Roach. Roach Infester. What is this? Hey, no. Oh, Ling Bane Hydra getting on top of Cyril here. Is he going to get the base? I don't know. That's a lot of Marines. He's got Ghost out now, too, because of course he does. We're 10 minutes in. Why not have Ghost steady targeting on the Lurkers? Have I seen Lurkers be steady targeted before? I'm not convinced that I have. Lambo throws up a nidus at his own base. Terran's camping with mass siege tanks, says a laser. I mean, kind of. They're not siege tanks. Petit Drogo interjects. It counters my army so well. Oh, no, he's saying not siege tanks. It counters my army so well. And by that, I mean, is it a mass? It's carrier void ray army. He'll be fine. He will totally be fine. Again, just trying to kill Cyril here. Lambo's got a pretty darn scary Zerg army. He's got lurkers set up. They're getting steady targeted and hit by tanks, though. They are getting cleared out. He wanted to team up with some Terrans, I heard, Lambo said. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is the laser going to do something? The laser hasn't done anything in this game. I guess throwing up an overseer in Lambo's base? Why? What is that? I am confused by this. You have carriers, Drogo? What? No. Definitely don't have carriers. Greater Spire just about done here from a laser. Going for Corruptors. It's going to be Corruptor Broodlord at some point for sure. Lambo going this Lingbane Hydra thing against the Marine Tank Ghost setup of Cyril. Doing pretty well, but Cyril is refusing to die, as Cyril does sometimes. Maybe they're hallucinated. Yeah, it's the hallucinated carrier void area army that Petit Drogo's been allowed to get up here. So he is just a 3-basin, just kidding, a 4-basin Protoss. Hasn't really been bothered at any stretch whatsoever. Do Marines work versus carriers? Raider says. Lol. I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. Yes, in fact, they do. 2-2 Marines, especially 3-3 Marines, even better. Ah, Hero Marine going Battle Cruiser. Battle Cruisers in production here. So it's going to be like a Ghost Marine tank versus Broodlord Corruptor versus... What is this? Petit Drogo tried to throw up a cannon rush over here. That's really weird. It did not work, for those of you not watching at home. Has every base in the game been taken? Yeah, man. Cyril's taking this bottom left-hand island base and that. Nope, one here. One here between the two Terrans, which if you take it, you'll get shelled by tanks forever. So that explains a lot. Carriers against Lingbane Hydra are going to be just fine. Thanks. Everything is going to die. They're going to try to take out this base with him. A laser getting rid of Petit Drogo's base in the north. It's really separated from really anything else. But he does save his 4th. So Petit Drogo has his 5th in the middle. He lost his 6th up north, but I think he's going to be okay otherwise. There's not really a whole lot that counters what his army is down here in the south anyway, although a lot of Corruptors possibly. As a laser is going Corruptor, but Lambo just does not have the right composition here. Not even close. Roach's Investors cruising on down here. I guess Neural Parasite would be fantastic. It's being researched. Lambo's working on it. I wonder if a laser has it already. He does have it already, so that could be pretty good. But coming back in with Hydras and Lings to try to take down Lambo's base here, getting chased away by the Skytoss army. We got engagements on the right side. Broodlords going after Rainer's Terran army, shutting down these Marines fairly effectively. Bit of a drop over here by Hero Marine, trying to shut down maybe an expansion attempt of Rainers, but Lambo losing a base to the Skytoss army. Everybody dies. And another base is going to die here too. I think Lambo might be in trouble. He's getting dropped in his main at the same time. Ah, so much happening right now. And, oh boy, it's a Roach. Boy, howdy. A Roach Broodlord Infestor army. Oh, the Chain Fungals. Oh, the Chain Fungals. Oh, the Marines. They're trying to get split here, but so many dead Marines right now. The Fungals are insane. Yeah, this is the main engagement on the map at the current time. Tanks no match for Broodlords, as it turns out. So that base is out. This base is out. Rainer. Rainer throws out the okay. A laser finally showed up with his perfect maxed out composition and wiped me out. Lambo's got a bunch of Corruptors. Corruptors with +1/+1. They are looking out for blood right now. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, laser going on in. A laser's abusing his race. He kind of is. In fairness. Oh, man. I have not seen Infestor play like this in a while. I kind of like it. Kind of like that it's working at the very least. Oh, Cyril's bottom left-hand base is dead. The Skytoss army is there. Infested Terran's getting popped just to add some additional DPS because why not? Is Cyril in trouble? Is Cyril in trouble is the question right now. Cyril loses the base in the bottom left. Rayner's losing all of his stuff, man. He is down to 39 supply, which where everybody else, he does not match up necessarily. Sadly for him, Ling's trying to shut down this attempt of Petit Drogo to expand on the left side. But Skytoss army is right on top of it, so they stop that from happening. Infested Terran's crushed by a Marine army here. And oh boy, how many fungals do you have? Probably enough, honestly. That is a lot of infestors and a lot of purple on the screen right now. That is a ton. Petit Drogo has taken this base in the top right. Is he going to win this? Is the Protoss going to win this thing? I would be absolutely incredible. Did he just... He neural parasited a Marine right there. Have I ever seen this before? I don't know. Skytoss army entirely unopposed, wiping out another base of Lambos. Lambo not happy about that. Petit Drogo very happy about that, though. And trying to take this bottom left, Cyril retakes it by dropping on top of it, making it his own. And floating off his buildings. Yeah, man. Rayner might be the first casualty here. He is off racing in fairness. And look at this. We got infestors. This is just too many carriers, though. Way too many carriers. Too many void rays in the mix. The corruptor count is just not... Is it high enough to deal with this is the question. The spores are doing pretty good work against these interceptors. Lowering that count is nice. Corruptors really want to snipe off a carrier or two. Upgrades on these guys are 2-2. Corruptors at 1-1, so the upgrade advantage does go to the Protoss in this situation. Rayner's slowly getting whittled down into nothingness at the moment. Lambo's been able to keep this middle base, which I'm so impressed with. He's been able to hang on to that one. Yeah, I mean, Rayner's like, I just don't have anything for Broodlords. I don't have Vikings. My Marines aren't doing a lot because there are so many friggin' infestors. Laser is expanding onto the corpse of Rayner right now. This Hellbat having a pretty good time, actually. Getting rid of broodlings and whatnot. He dead, though. Broodlings eventually got the upper hand. Here, a Marine happily is taking the left-hand base. He has a million of missile turrets protecting him there, but Petit Drogo is continuing to expand. He's got a mothership now, continuing to wipe out bases. Lambo not happy about that. A laser just has a massive army presence, though. He has bases all over the top side of the map. He's expanding even further right now at 17 minutes. Assimilation successful happening, and can you get how many assimilation successfuls and on what exactly? The Void Rays are actually getting assimilation successful to go ahead and burn down the carriers, possibly. Corruptors are finally whittling down this carrier group right now. The Hydras are picking interceptors out of the air like crazy. Interceptor count cannot be too high right now. For Petit Drogo, it's only 34. And another one goes down. But Lambo does manage to get rid of the Skytoss army. It took him a while. And he lost some hatcheries, but he made it happen. There's only 2 carriers remaining and 2 Void Rays. That's not a whole lot, as it turns out. So, floating up, Rayner is hiding in the top. Petit Drogo is trying to sue for peace, but no, the Corruptors and Hiders are out for blood. All the carriers are gone. Rayner, I'm getting focused. By who? Says Laser. This is so good. I'm having a great time in this game. These guys are hilarious. Man, European players are the best. Some of the best free-for-alls from EUers. All right, so what do we have here? Everyone's really in a fantastic position except for Rayner. Rayner is just, he dead. Lambo, he's fine too, unlocking his composition. Petit Drogo could just be dosed at this point. If we look at army supply, it's 136. Everyone else is maxed out. So 170 here for Lambo, but I think that's okay. I really do. +3 flyer attack. Lambo working on. He's been working on those upgrades consistently, and it is time for those to happen. No, Corruptors, Raider! Leave him alive to spectate. He deserves it. GG. Look at the micro on display here. APM at the end. 350. He's out. All right, man. So Cyril's, everyone's happy. I'm just going to say it. Everybody's happy. Look at this. Army value for Petit Drogo back up to 150. He has just been producing nothing but carriers pretty much consistently here. I'm not sure that's what you want against Lambo, who has pretty much the perfect composition against them. This Corruptor, Hydra, Infestor setup, with the Infestors throwing down Fungals and, more importantly, Mind Controls with the Parasite. Yeah, +3 attacks coming up all over the place right now. Air weapons. Air weapons across the board. It's going to be Sky versus Sky versus Sky right now. Hydras and Lings coming in to deal with this base. There are cannons, but it just doesn't matter. If there are upgrades on these Hydras, and there are, they're +3, +2. Dark Templar in the mix. Going to shut that down. Where is your detection? Morphing into an Overseer now. Oh, the Fungals, though. You don't often get to see Dark Templar that have been decloaked. It's an interesting thing for sure. Oh, yeah. Petit Drogo's going to be in trouble as Serral is down here absolutely wrecking one of his bases. That said, the Zealot managed to wander on into Serral's base in the bottom left and having the time of his life down there. So, base for base, quite possibly here. I don't know. We're just going to mine this map out. Is that what it is? It's going to turn into one of those situations. Very, very well could. Greater Spire. Lambo's working on those Broodlords to additional hatcheries. I mean, a laser is just setting up all over the corpse of Raynor. Everywhere that Raynor was, Lambo is now. I'm not sure if there's enough resources here to make this hatch worth it, but oh, Yamato! 61 HP? Look, he's getting Yamato it. Instead of just attacking it normally. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Come back over here, guys. Come back over here, battle cruisers. You'll have a great time. Oh, DT drops. Are you serious? How many kills do you have, DT? 6? 6 is pretty good. Warp Prism with more Dark Templar trying to wander in. Oh, snap. But the missile turrets are incredible. All right, so Serral is taking some serious shots with DT harassment right now. That said, he has about 100,000 Vikings. And by that, I mean 12. Wait, no, that's not right. Where is it? It's 42. 42 Vikings with +3, +3. My goodness, these carriers do not stand a chance. I don't know if the Corruptors and Broodlords do either here. I kind of like the Mass Viking play. But the problem is, it's not great against DT harass, as it turns out. Yeah, every base on this map has been taken now. We're mining it as hard as we can. We're going to start mining out of everything at this stage. Resources lost at this point is 29,000 each for Lambo and Raynor. 28,000 for Petit Drogo, and everybody else is in just the 8, 7, and 6,000s. So everybody else has been left fairly alone. Haven't lost major armies, major bases, major everything in the case of Raynor. He did lose everything. By the by. Coming in with the carriers to deal with these Vikings. A lot of missile turrets in here. Hallucinated Archons in the mix. Did they get Interference Matrixed? What the crap? Are those just... Oh, those aren't hallucinated. Those are regular Archons that are Interference Matrix. What? I don't think I've ever seen Interference Matrix tossed down on an Archon before. That's insane. That works on... Oh, it works on Psionics. Yeah, sure does. Look at this Broodlord. He's going to get it. He's going to get the Nexus. Just give him about 10 minutes. This is hilarious right here. Oh my gosh. Whoop-up. 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 Is there anything else happening down here? I guess kind of. Million Spores. Zerg army for that. I mean... Oh no! Carriers showed up. Get out of here, Broodlord. This is my Nexus. I won't let you kill it. Run, Broodlord, run. It's dead. Ooh, Spores, though. Doing some serious work down here. Vikings fighting against... Oh, against the carrier army here. Man, whoa. Just giant volleys. Dodging storms like a boss. Serral. If Serral wins this thing as Terran, I don't know what I'm going to think anymore. I mean, it's a free-for-all. You can't really take a lot of information from that. Petit Drogo is in trouble. Serral! Lambo! Leave me alone. Yeah, leave the Protoss alone, guys. He needs to survive to bring us awesome stuff. I can hold on one of you if the other promises peace. Hey, our first nuke of the game. Alright, YOLO him. Serral with the nukes. Not too shabby. Getting 17 kills there. Not too shabby at all. The Broodlord brings back his friends to finish off this Nexus. I like how they're not really going after the cannons. They're like, you know what, cannons? You get as many kills as you want. How's that sound? Oh, Nexus down, man. 3-3 Marines with Stim are so much DPS. Huge amounts of DPS there. Battle cruisers still being made here by Hero Marine. He's been left alone for quite a while. He's going to have something of a bank at least. What's he got? Actually, no. He's spending his money exceptionally well. A laser is going to take this whole top right. Like, everything from here to here is his. With the exception, I guess, of Lambo's base. But that's mined out anyway, so it doesn't matter. So many spores. The spores are just absolutely destroying the interceptors. Really, and that's what carriers are all about, is interceptors. So Petit Drogo has this one mining base. That's it right now. Cyril's taken the other one that he was mining from, the top right-hand base that he was mining from, is toast by a laser. Turrets everywhere. And yeah, that'd be, again, the Broodlords can handle that well, but these are fully upgraded Vikings are a problem for the Broodlords. You really got to switch out. Like, at this point, you kind of have to hope that Cyril kills Petit Drogo here. Because if Petit Drogo is gone, then you can tech switch into, like, Hydras or something and be fine against Cyril. All these Vikings suddenly become not as useful anymore. Oh, Viper play. So laser going for some Vipers here at the 26-minute mark. Are we meching? Hero Marine's going Thor, Battle Cruiser, Viking. I kind of really like it. Everybody has full upgrades because we're 26 minutes in and these are pros. If you don't have full upgrades, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, everybody. Full upgrades everywhere. Carriers actually don't have the full upgrades. Full air weapons. Or armor, rather. Did you YOLO Cyril? Yeah. He destroyed me. Alright. Alright, well, sorry, Petit Drogo. Getting hit on both sides here. We've got Broodlords on the right, Marines on the left. Got to make some space, then, in it. That's a good point, Lambo. I mean, not that there's resources available here. These are all totally mined out. Got a pretty decent Zerg versus Terran battle over here on the right side. Corruptor, Viper, infested Terran with that anti-air, which is so friggin' good. Yeah, Petit Drogo's done. He done. Isn't it? Sarah's got some Marines chasing Overlords around in the middle of the map. Those are Lambos, as they are pink. The battle cruisers really need to avoid the infested Terrans because that damage is insane on these guys. Do they benefit from upgrades these days? I can't remember. They sure do. They certainly do. Man, look at this. Leading the way with infested Terrans. It's kind of nuts. Cyril trying to expand over this way. No. Lambo shuts that down. A lot of ghosts getting killed. That Overlord command is going to get into the death range. I don't actually know. Continue to attack on it. Infested Terrans playing a huge role in this push on Hero Marine. Oh, the fungals on everything. What's the Viking count down to? He's down to 6 Vikings. Oh boy, Cyril just lost all of his Vikings. Parasitic bombs getting tossed down. Which, sure, why not? Corruptors fighting in the mix here too. Are there enough Corruptors to get rid of these guys? The Yamatos are really, really great. The tactical jumps out of here are working pretty well too. And look at this, the Skytaw's army. Cruising on over here by a laser's base, taking some shots, but not interested in actually killing there. What the heck, what are you doing instead? Has he gone all the way around? He's gone all the way around here. That's very odd indeed. All right, time to place your bets. Who's going to win this thing? I want to say a laser. He just has so much stuff. He doesn't even really have a bank here either, which is very interesting. He's been fighting hard. Oh no. Battle cruiser so good versus carrier, especially with Yamato gun. Did they use all their Yamato guns already though? Yeah, it looks like they have. So never mind. Interference matrix on some of these carriers, which is exciting stuff. That's interesting that Petit Drogo just wants to kill Cyril. He went all the way across the map to kill Cyril. Or Hero Marine, rather. Can't actually get to Cyril at all. Hero Marine is slowly getting whittled away. His production facilities are dying. He's losing tanks. Laser is looking really, really scary with his Sky Zerg army with Infestor support. I just feel like I haven't seen this composition for a while. You cannot fly through here. This is a Spore Crawler infested forest, man. You will die if you try that. This is an exciting FFA, Hero Marine says. By golly, it is. The viewers are enjoying it. I certainly hope so. I certainly hope that the viewers on this channel are enjoying it as well. Fusion Core gonna die. This Hero Marine supply blocked? He certainly is. I am playing the points game. It's true. You've kind of been all over the place. So Cyril losing a base that is effectively mined out. There's 150 gas here and like 500 minerals, but at this stage of the game where there's not many bases that have minerals left, although this one looks virtually pristine and Cyril's taking it. That's a big deal right now at this stage of the game. Finding a base that is effectively untouched is hugely important. We'll see. We'll see if he can hang on to it or not. Again, the laser's kind of everywhere. Is he going to go ahead and take down this Turtle Terran? And, oh my gosh, he's in neural parasiting from the other side of the ravine here. This is incredible stuff. Fungals on the Vikings. Broodlords killing everything on the ground. The Sky Terran army, though, is pretty darn terrifying. If you ask me, the Infested Terrans come in, everybody gets out because Infested Terran DPS is disgusting. They're just really slow and cannot fly. So you can stay away from them and wait for them to expire is the idea here. Petit Drogo's army, I don't know where it went. He might have been caught out by any number of these players, honestly. What the heck does Lambo have? Yeah, Lambo's army could have killed it. A Laser's army could have killed it. He could have flown over spores and just died. So Petit Drogo is, I think he's officially out. He's got a handful, or he did have a handful of units. Oh, here they are. They're alive, but not really capable of accomplishing a whole lot. He's got a laser on one side and Lambo on the other side. Bad, bad place to be. The laser still fighting on in here. Oh my gosh, the Infested Terrans. Do they prioritize air? Kind of, yeah. They all get wiped out there, though, just by the sheer amount of DPS present on the ground here from Cyril. I am one with the Kala. I don't know what Petit Drogo was trying to do over here with this one Archon, but he done. This engagement is insane, though. The Infested Terrans on the left side are doing serious work to these Vikings. Everybody on the ground is dead. Cyril is just not a happy camper at this stage of the game. He is down to 40 total supply. I think he's out. Cyril and his Terran have been destroyed. The Zergs who have off-raced have not accomplished the goal of winning this free-for-all, which really, honestly, not all that surprising. I would have been far more surprised if the opposite were true. So at this point, I think we're at a big ZvZ. Well, versus T. I mean, Hero Marine has a pretty scary-looking army. Army supply is 147, 199 for a laser, and 140. Oh boy! Remember what I said about a laser having a huge army? This is it. You're gonna jump out? Oh, do the fungals mean they can't jump? No, it does not mean they can't jump. I learned something today. If you fungal battle cruisers, they can still jump. Cyril microing within an inch of his life right now. APM about 250 on average from these players. Lambo's at 450, lasers at 430, and everybody else is closer to 300 right now. So Cyril's building, which you can barely see on the minimap because it's gray over here, and his buildings are also gray, or black and gray. I can't believe they let him do that. I can't believe Cyril was allowed to choose gray and black here. It's a free-for-all, so I mean, you can kind of say whatever colors you want. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. But yeah, as far as resources go, lasers are spending to this one base that is the only one remaining. Broodlords just unopposed on the ground here. There's a few Vikings left over, but their HP is just nil, and then the toast there too. So Cyril's out. I mean, I don't know if there's anything even left to really resist right now. He's got some missile turrets, but against this particular composition, you're not going to have a good time. Everything's mined out in this bottom left-hand base, so that's not going to be of any use to him. And yeah, it's going to turn into, can Hero Marine be a spoiler in this a laser versus Lambo game? I just have to give a laser the upper hand right now. He just has so much income compared to everybody else. Actually, is that not bank? How many resources do people have? Is that it? Oh, you have to click on them. That's what it is. 5,000, 8,000 for a laser. Hero Marine's at 0.64, and Lambo is at 400, 400. So the laser has the massive bank. He is the one who's going to be mining from this one remaining source of income on the entire map, which is always kind of insane to see that happen. A map this big, have every base get mined out. It's such a good time. Going after Hero Marine, interestingly enough, he wants to kill the Terran and then maybe go after Lambo, I guess. But look how many volleys it takes to take down a battle cruiser. It's a lot. Anti-armor missiles getting tossed down here too. And a laser forced to pull back. Production tab empty. There we go. 7 corruptors on the way for a laser. I was going to say, man, you have the bank, you have the larva. Let's make it happen, dude. You guys can do it. Hero Marine throwing out encouragement to everybody else. I don't know why. Yeah, Lambo is sucking these mineral fields dry. This gas geyser dry. Long distance mining is not worth building a new base over there for sure. Ah, surprise attack though. Lambo tossing a ton of spores up over here. Weird flex, but okay. I mean, there's broodlords in the sky. So remember the maze over here? Remember how long ago this was? This was a while ago, you guys. Yeah, so laser's going to max out again. Let's see. Yep, he's 200, 200, 155 for Lambo, 19 supply for Petite Drogo, and a 99 supply count for Hero Marine up here, who is just turtling and hoping the Zergs kill each other so then he can move out and win the game. It's this bank, you guys. That's the problem here, is the 3,000, 5,000 bank that a laser is sitting on. I hear there's some score point trading going on. What? Who? What the heck is score point? Oh, like point trading? I'm gonna report this to Blizzard Police. Oh my gosh. I love all of these players. They're all having a pretty good time. I mean, yes. I kind of feel like if the Broodlords came and wiped out this base, it'd be good for Lambo. If he could take it, that'd be fantastic. The laser is really, really worried about taking out Hero Marine right now. Oh, but look who's creeping up. Are the Zergs working together? It seems like Lambo and a laser do have a secret agreement. Look at this boar crawler. I want to land here, but I can't. I'm going to do circles around where I want to be. Even if it doesn't work. More parasitic bombs. Broodlords trying to crush this everything around. Parasitic bomb on these Vikings. Not really getting out of the way either. Okay. All right, Vikings. Bad times for you. Seriously injured. I don't know if there's enough resources here to repair either. Oh, and from the south we have Lambo. No, the teamwork. The teamwork makes the dream work, and the dream is a Terran-less game. He jumps over here, which is kind of hilarious. GG! And he's out. So it is officially a ZvZ now. Is this just going to be Lambo and a laser going to go at it? Man, look at that! Look at them fighting now. Their broodlings are fighting against each other. Broodlings fighting is one of the funniest things of all of StarCraft. I kind of really enjoy it. Just infinite waves of really squishy units murdering each other consistently. I can't believe Petite Drogo is allowing this base to come up. Why would you do this? Why you do this to me? A wholly infested Terran, Batman. That's a lot. Yeah, all your spores might be in trouble. Man, are you using all the energy on your infestors? Possibly, it seems like you are. Ah, now come... Oh, the fungal's there too. What a situation here. Tons of green. Serral's left the game. I don't know when that happened, but this is just an insane situation right now. Infested Terran versus Infested Terran, Broodlord versus Broodlord, Corruptor versus Corruptor. Hydra's in the mix here too from Lambo, but I just think that's it. Lambo is done. Not enough. GG, Andy. Laser is your winner in 39 minutes and 47 seconds. Laser, winner of all. And yeah, I just really think it just because he was allowed to expand everywhere, man. He had so many bases, he still has a bank. In the end, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not a base. 9, 10 bases, I think. 10. And everybody else maybe got up to 6. I think Lambo had 6 at some point. Yeah, what an absolutely incredibly entertaining game that was. Just, I love these free-for-all so very, very much. Winner of the Resources Lost game is Serral, surprisingly, 68,200. Runner-up number 2, Petite Drogo with 63,000. 52,000 for Lambo, 50,000 for a Laser, 43,000 for Hero Marine, and the player that got killed in the first 10 minutes, Rainer, ends up losing 29, which makes sense, but he was dead early. So the off-racing was fun. I mean, Serral playing Terran was actually pretty impressive. But in the end, the Swarm ran supreme. It did feel like Lambo and a Laser had a bit of an agreement going on, where I don't kill you and you don't kill me until the last 2 left, and that's what happened, and then a Laser wiped out Lambo. Really, not really a surprising conclusion, if you ask me. So, APMs on average, 268, 466, 438, 466 average for a Laser? What? It's a lot of APM towards the end game. 316, 271, and 264. And yeah, end of the game there. Nobody had more than 33 drones. That's fantastic. That's probably a Laser just freeing up supply for Army. Smart thing to do. All right. Fantastic. That is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.